Hello there, my lovely Legionnaires. How are we doing today? More ArtFight!
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 ArtFight! ArtFight!
Are you not trapped by John Capitalism?
Yes and no.
John Bon Capitalism?
John Capitalism. I'm off for the week, technically, until Saturday, because of the heat wave.
Yay!
I still have to go in to clear out the stock room, because someone refused to stop taking donations. And now it's kind of like an episode of Hoarders back there.
Oh.
So I'm only here for a little bit.
I'm glad to see you at all, because I love you.
I love you too.
Oh yeah, that's really platonic of you, homie. That's like the most platonic there ever was.
I mean, yeah,
really
we're
not
like
convincing relations.
I mean, yeah, we're like dating.
Totally.
We're like we're just homies, you know, homies that date and kiss and raise a child together.
Wait, hold on.
Yeah.
Are you implying you guys are homies?
Did you also think we were dating for real?
Ben.
It's not gay to kiss the homies goodnight.
No, I
It's
knew.
never been gay.
No, you guys were dating. I asked you guys flat out if you were dating or not, just to clarify, like off screen.
And they
True.
said, yes, we date every night.
I like that.
That being said, are you
We
telling?
go on romantic dates.
That being said, are you implying that you don't kiss homies?
No, I kiss the homies.
It's the homies.
I've kissed the homies.
Yeah. Before I forget, it's Nanami Kento's birthday. Say happy birthday or you're homophobic.
Happy birthday.
Yay! Happy birthday, funny
I don't know who
man.
that is. Happy birthday, whoever you are.
It's a little. I mean, it's a little hard to.
What do you mean?
He's a good birthday man.
It's a little hard to say happy birthday to him, you know.
Because he's single.
Is this another Jujutsu Kaisen reference that I'm not
Yes.
going to get?
Damn,
Yeah.
he's good. Oh, hey, gamers, what the fuck is up with that Takaba movie?
I don't know.
Oh
The funniest part is I don't know if that's a bit.
It's
No,
on
there's
their channel.
yeah. There's been clips like everywhere.
What?
I got a question for the group here, since everyone here watches anime more than I do,
Mhm.
and it's kind of ancestral. Is Bleach still going?
Yes, kind of.
Why?
It
Ish.
came back.
It came back.
Why?
I do like the attack.
Sorry,
You're on...
that's-
Sphinx, I did like the attack. I liked it very much. You're on the fucking list.
God, that's
You're not
'Cause,
fucking
like,
safe.
dude. I was at Jake's house.
You've
the
never
event,
kissed
not the
me?
two. I don't.
You're not a tier. You're not a high enough tier homie to be smooched yet, James.
Yeah, you need to get up to like the high tier for smooches.
I've kissed Hayden.
It's true.
Yeah, I was at fucking Jake's house and we were talking about like that. Like, why is this anime still going? And someone was like, "Yeah, it's like One Piece," and I'm like, "You shut up. Just
not
shut
like
your
One Piece.
mouth.
It's not like One Piece.
It's not like One Piece at all." They're like, "Yeah, but like it's still going that long because like they need to keep it going to get as much money as possible." I'm like, "Have you read One Piece?" And they're like, "No." I'm like, "Shut up."
Yeah, no, obviously not with the take like that.
Dude,
Oda's
like
been cooking. He's consistently cooking. Let him cook.
His
What
audience in Jump.
What I know
Oda?
about
Exactly.
He's
Hang on,
not.
let-
Hold on. First,
Let the Lion Man talk.
GG. What I know about One Piece is that it has infected every other aspect of any nerd sphere I'm in. The most well-known He-Man historian is a One Piece fan, and I don't know how to respond to that.
You should
Good.
start
Yeah,
watching
you
Wow.
One Piece.
Yeah, I think that means you're next. Anyways, I'm getting calls, so I have to go to John Capitalism.
No.
now who am I gonna kiss? And who is Heaton gonna kiss?
I avoided
Yeah.
Pokemon for over 30 years and still going. I can avoid One Piece.
You won't though.
Actually.
I genuinely don't know if you can.
Watch me.
I haven't been able to.
It's infected your wife. What more can you want? What more can we do?
It made my wife happy, and that's all I needed from it.
I watched the live action and then said to myself, I'm content with all that being with that just being my first step into this, and that being my only first step into this.
Yeah, we'll see.
Vomits diabolically.
What was I gonna say? There's something about like One Piece.
You're
Oh
gonna
yeah,
watch One Piece right after
The-
the stream. And then
the creator of One Piece. When people say like let him cook in regards to like how long he's been doing, bitch, he hasn't been cooking. It's a slow roast. It's in a goddamn crock pan.
It is in a crock pit, and it's nice and tender, and it's fucking falling apart in my mouth, and it's the best I've ever
Yeah.
eaten. He's gonna pop the lid off that bitch, and it's gonna be the best thing you've ever eaten.
The umami on that bitch.
That shit is umami.
I believe in you, Lion Man gambling bait! What the fuck were you trying to type that it autocorrected to gambling bait?
Oh wait, I just realized, Lio, there's a guy in One Piece that there are what model kits of. Now you have to watch it.
What's a One Piece model? There's tons of One Piece model kits. I haven't touched a single one of them, and I don't plan to.
Yeah, but are you gonna be able to resist the one that's a robot?
Well, yeah, there's plenty of robot model kits I don't have and haven't built, and I don't want to.
I gotta think. The only thing I know about One Piece is, again, the stuff from the live action, and then my wife, who does enjoy One Piece, constantly says I'm Frankie.
Factually true.
Wow, would you look at that? It's the robot.
No, factually true. You and Callie are Robin and Frankie. It's very true.
Sick.
I just realized my sideburns are graying.
Actually, I know
Fantastic.
who Frankie is. I know of Robin.
Oh, so you don't know how they did their vows?
Nope. What?
I could see
Yeah,
it.
yeah.
Listen,
Yeah,
I've
Robin
been
was-
around them, and I know what you're talking about. Yeah, I believe that.
In
Oh my
brightest day and blackest night,
Oh,
no evil
No.
shall escape their sight.
No evil shall escape my sight.
In brightest day and blackest night.
how
Well,
could it
no,
be
it'd
like One Piece? It has a heist movie. That's true. There is a One Piece heist movie.
in raging waters or slow
Guys, sorry.
And unironically, it's one of my favorite One Piece movies. I fucking love Film Gold.
in raging waterfalls and soft drips, no testicles shall escape my grips.
What the fuck?
Watch One Piece.
I don't think watching One Piece will provide the answer to that.
It literally does.
Iron.
Also,
That's the
hello.
whole point.
I've been here for like a solid minute and I had no idea how to interject into this conversation that I know nothing about.
Well,
It's okay,
Aaron, you
I-
could have said, "Oh, what's a good place to start One Piece?" Because I think One Piece is awesome.
I think it's great from an outsider's perspective. I just think it's neat.
I
just
want.
don't have.
I was gonna say, I wanted to know. I have to ask your wife what her opinion is on Smoker specifically.
I'll shoot her a message.
No, not you.
Oh,
I mean,
sorry.
her DMs are open. You
I'm
can just
going.
ask.
You know what? I'm going to. Hang on a minute.
God. Oh, Beaton. I don't know if I told you. Did I tell you that me and Kiana were watching One Piece a couple days ago? And she saw Smoker and was like, I'm so glad there are good ones.
Look at this.
Rollicking.
Please. He sound hot. Or not hot. He's either hot or he's really not.
No, Smoker's hot.
Yeah,
cool.
Dio drew his penis.
Dio draws everybody's penis.
He didn't draw mine!
For the right price.
He would for the right price. That's the best part.
Within the next 15 minutes, you'll have Dio draw your penis.
Well,
I'm sorry, what?
$9.95 shipping and handling.
With 3 installments of $12.99.
How big is this penis?
It's a
Big enough.
pretty good.
Big enough to be worth 3
It's also-
installments of $5.99.
I mean, first we're talking about like levels of kissing, and now we're talking about paying for penis. I mean, is this a heating stream or is this a whorehouse? I don't know which one.
Welcome to
Those
it.
are the same thing.
Yeah, same thing.
First
or
of
at
all,
least-
fuck you.
as
Second
long
of
as-
all, shut up. Third of all, listen.
You ain't
What
beating
did I do?
allegations
What am I
like
being
that.
cussed at? I didn't even do nothing.
No, not you.
Listen, I'm the pansexual here. And I'll talk about dicks all I want.
I fuck silverware.
Silverware?
Pans aren't silverware.
First of all, I'm not a prudy bitch. Alright? Second of all, cast iron is where it's always at.
Factually
I'm-
true.
Wait, I forgot. I'm sorry, I forgot. Avi is a Dragon Ball fan. Differentiation is difficult for them.
Yep.
So true.
Well,
You
at
find
least he respects women.
Oh no, actually I skipped the boat on that by not watching GT.
No, I was. Can I make a really awful joke? If I preface
Make
the
it.
fact that it's a really awful joke. I was about to say, you've accomplished your true form as a Dragon Ball fan, Avi. You now have a weird relationship with your dad.
Well, that's not true for a Dragon Ball fan, because a weird relationship is still a relationship, and Dragon Ball fans don't have a relationship with their dads
Fuck,
at
you're
all.
right.
Well, mine is downstairs, I think, or he's driving Uber or something. I don't know what the fuck he's doing.
Some people
Your
grow
dad
up-
drives Uber?
Yeah,
Oh,
he
they-
needs a side hustle.
Is he
Everybody's
not
gotta
being
have one.
is he not being compensated by the economy?
No, the economy blows ass.
Damn, you're right.
In this
good.
economy,
Well, speaking of driving, that's what I'm doing right now. I am taking Her Royal Majesty back to the vet today.
What happened? Is she okay?
Well, she's still her own little gremlin self, but while the wife and I were out of town last weekend, she got an abscess, likely from picking a fight with another cat, because that's just who she is.
Owned.
And when I realized it wasn't going down, I took her to the vet on Monday, only for her Monday evening to decide, you know what, I don't want this abscess anymore.
Nice.
And
Very
rip
cool.
it open. Yeah, and bleed all over the floor, and get back to being a little curmudgeon that runs around the house and picks fights. So the vet
Very
said that we
gaming.
should. Yeah, so the vet said we should still bring her in and make sure she's okay, because now she got a hole. You little gremlin.
Creature.
Jesus Christ.
And we lost one the other day, pretty horrifically. So I'm glad she's okay.
Oh, I'm so sorry to hear that.
It was awful. Really, really awful.
There's nothing worse than losing a pet.
Yeah, we had to put him down. The damage to him was too severe.
Oh god.
Oh,
I'm so sorry.
I don't like him.
What? The wife's taking it pretty hard. He was a good
Understandably.
boy. He was a very fluffy boy. He was a handsome boy too. He's been around for 12 years. And, well, he's gone now.
Well, he lived a long life at least.
It's an awful way to die. But it's alright. We still have Gigi, the little curmudgeon that demands entry into my office and then demands to be up in my lap. Only to then hop off my lap because you decided you want to go look at something else.
Relatable content. I have to deal with the queen coming up here and screaming at us at all hours of the day because God forbid she have to eat a single meal alone.
Yeah. None are all the one company. Isn't that right, Gigi? You were all angry when I threw you in the cage, but now you don't care.
oh, I should have known better.
And this is why I have kids.
Pushing that far out of my mindscape.
The chicken has been enjoying her brick. I thought I
The
would
cold
share.
sleep player.
Yeah.
You want her to throw it and start a riot? Why'd you give a chicken a brick?
So you give chickens, so you should give, like, terrestrial birds like those, you give them bricks, for a couple of reasons. One of them is because it's incredibly hot outside, so we put the brick in the freezer because they're clay bricks, and they absorb cold really well. So if we put it in the freezer, it gets cold and it stays cold a long time. So she can sit on it and cool off a little bit. Then you also give them bricks as a form of enrichment. Because they scratch it.
Like a cuddle bone for a parakeet. But no, that makes sense. Although I did get hung up on you calling it a terrestrial bird. Are there extraterrestrial birds that we need to be aware of?
Well, birds that fly.
Dinosaurs.
I know. My jokes are ruined before I'm done with them.
One person went with it, the other was like, no. Never forget the autism. It do be like
About to say,
that.
inside you are two autisms.
No, inside me there's one very loud autism.
Oh my god. Heaton, did I fucking tell you? I was watching Blue Eye Samurai with my mom.
Mm-hmm.
And we got to a part where they do the duel.
Mhm.
You know the duel.
I think so.
And like they do they go past each other and then the cut appears like a little bit after.
Yeah, the cool
And
thing.
my mom My mom was like, "Oh, that's crazy. Why is it like that?" And I paused the fucking episode, and I'm like, "I'm so fucking glad you asked." So I gave her the whole spiel about the fucking Kurosawa film where that happens for the first time, and why it was a complete accident, and why a complete accident completely reshaped the identity of fucking cool samurai moments. And then she was like, "Cool, very interesting." And I'm like, "I have autism." And she's like, "No, you don't, because you're too smart for that." And I'm like, "I'm gonna kill you one day."
I'm going to kill you and then myself.
In my
This retelling was a roller coaster.
Never forgot that birds are dinosaurs. I don't forget. I remember on a regular basis when she pecks the living shit out of us for no reason.
Honestly, at this point, dinosaurs are birds.
Well, yeah.
I don't know how you could consider a T-Rex a bird, but okay.
It's what they became.
Yeah, no. That's what happened.
You don't really consider a T-Rex much of anything. It's not like they're around.
I consider T-Rexes
Listen,
daily.
You've never been to a
No,
museum.
you could consider them something. Oil.
I have absolutely been to a museum. In fact, the one time I went in recent history, 2019, because we were waiting for TFCon to open up, the wife and I went to the Natural History Museum in DC, and I spent a lot of time in the dinosaur exhibit. And then we went to the natural wildlife exhibit, and I found a taxidermied lion. And I took a picture of his balls and sent it to my brother to mess with.
Nice.
And
Very
then
nice.
I wound up having like an hour-long argument in, oh god, this was actually Barrel, with Opal, who got really upset that I did that because she, for some reason, was worried that it would awaken some zoophilia in people if I mess with people like that.
What?
That's
What?
bananas.
That's
Well, it was a lion. There wasn't any bananas there.
Oh my! That's the
Yeah,
that is
well, it's
the
really funny that
wildest statement I've ever heard from a human
Well,
being.
it also came off the back of, well, the lion didn't consent for that. And I told my brother about it. He's like, if the lion knew how sexy I was, it would totally consent. It's just, he just ran away. He didn't care.
Lamau, honestly.
Yeah. What a dumb argument.
Yeah, that argument kind of blows ass, honestly.
Juanito
I mean, it's not
Fernando.
it's not the dumbest argument I've had, though. I was on one time on a call with, like, Beckett Pool Guy for 40 minutes determining the best low-tech way to kill a coconut crab.
I mean,
Whack it with a hard
What?
stick.
I would say my instinct says rock.
Yeah, but we're thinking like creatively. So I thought strong enough rope, maybe tight chain, have one grab it, and then use it as a flail against another crab.
Yeah! No, you're right!
Little crab.
No, you use a rock. You're like, that's too boring. No, I mean, you pick up the crab and you smack the crab against the rock. You see
Yeah,
who
you grab it by its claw
who
and
gives way
slam.
first!
And that's only because everybody disagreed with the idea of me punching a coconut crab to death.
Well, to be perfectly honest, the arm would fall off sooner before you probably crack its shell. Because like don't most crabs have the defense mechanism that like their arms are really easy to take off? So they can
Most
escape?
crabs, yes. Coconut crabs they're a bit different.
Coconut
They're
crabs
built
killed
different.
Amelia Earhart.
Well, possibly. We're not 100%
Allegedly!
sure.
He
I mean, we
hasn't
can't prove it.
he hasn't been tried in a court of law. You don't know that yet.
Yeah,
You
and
don't know if
like,
that crab found her.
Coconut crab versus
and now I know that there's no way the wife and I can ever visit those islands because I would absolutely try to kill a coconut crab with my bare hands just to see if I could.
Understandable, haven't I
I
said?
get it. I wouldn't listen. There's not a lot of animals that scare me, except like two. Fucking moose and coconut crabs.
Which is fair because moose are scary.
Moose are massive.
Moose are terrifying, and like it's one of those animals that like you see it on cartoons and you go, oh, that's a cute animal. And then you see it in person and you go, oh, that thing could fuck me up.
The
Meese.
last of the megafauna.
It's so true.
Like, there's... Like, okay, so I went to Maine once, and there was a car accident. And, like, the car was, like, completely fucked up. My dad and I stopped, and we asked what happened. And the guy was like, oh, the guy was an idiot and hit a fucking deer. Or hit a fucking moose. And my dad asks, is the moose okay? And the guy goes, yeah, it's a fucking moose, dude. It got up and ran off.
Yeah.
The car was fucked, though. The car was completely wrecked.
Oh, my go-to is, as my father once said, you hit a deer with a truck going 80 miles an hour. You've wrecked your car. You need to call a tow shop. The deer's dead. You hit a moose in a truck going 80 miles an hour. The car's totaled. You're dead, and the moose shambles back off into the woods to live the rest of its life.
Yep, and the moose only has 3 natural, well-known predators: the brown bear, obviously, the wolverine, somehow, and orcas. So.
The orca one's not actually true, by the way.
Oh yes, it is. I will believe it until it happens.
Yeah, you know what? I'm gonna throw out the only surefire way to kill a moose. Age.
So
wait,
true.
wait that fucker out.
That's all you
Wait,
got.
hold on.
Wait it out.
For just a split moment, my brain didn't hear age; it heard AIDS, and I was about to have a completely different conversation with you about how would that even.
You could. Could you imagine the toll?
Moose AIDS.
You know what's
Moose
even
like
scarier
lightning.
about a
That's
moose?
so true.
What's even scarier about a moose is the fact that it's a megafauna, right?
Mm-hmm.
But it hides so well in the forest. You will never know that you're getting close to a moose until you see it and you're too close.
I like the way my mom put it. Is you'd think that they'd be a lot less sneaky with that fucking rocking chair on their heads.
Yeah, you
Nice.
think. But no. That rocking chair is actually what helps them hide.
But yeah, when you're
You are now a tree.
trees, I want to move, but I don't know that one.
I want to ride one like a horse.
I don't. Like I
No, you
said,
do
this thing's scary.
Not.
I'd never get the opportunity to, and I would certainly never try, but I wanna.
Do it in D&D.
I will do it in D&D. Because I think
I
that
remember
sounds
when
sick as fuck. They're so cool.
I almost
Me-
tried to Shadow of Colossus my way up a giant elk once in D&D.
Meese.
I'd like to
Also,
ride an elk as
you-
well. They're so pretty.
I can't do.
You're breaking up
I
so
can't remember
bad.
how, but I was in calling cats a while ago. How?
Can't hear
The
them at
government-
all.
I've got a good one for you guys. So I went to Jewish private schools because I'm a Jewish private school kid. Haha, lamau. And there was a kid
Yep.
in my class named Adir. Adir. Obviously the people who named him didn't speak English.
Yeah.
And so we, like, years after I leave that school, I haven't seen him in years and years.
Mhm.
And we're in Yosemite. We're sitting out and we have a bunch of little cabin. And my mom says, "Oh, look, a deer's outside." And I'm like, "What the fuck? What would he be doing out here?" And my mom's like, "No, like an actual deer." And I'm like, "Oh." And so we look outside and there's a deer there. And
I
I'm
was about
like,
to say, and
"Wow."
there's
It's
just a weird Jewish kid.
Yeah, and I'm like, "Wow, how funny." And then we go into Yosemite Park and we're hanging around. We're just going. And my mom's like, "Oh my God, is that a deer?" And I'm like, "How would one get in with all these people?" And then I got a tap on the shoulder and I was staring at him. Yeah, his family was there for like a camping trip.
You were wrong both times.
It was really awesome, honestly.
That's really fucking funny.
That's just an extended Who's on First Bit, and I appreciate every part of it.
Oh God, you're so right.
Fair enough.
It's a riding place somewhere in America that has 2 meese you can ride. The experience is quite cheap, only a couple of bucks, but I'm Tish.
I feel like Mies got so pissed at the fact that that's the plural, and then they just evolved to be stronger.
One moose, many moose.
No, it's Mies.
I like meese. I think meese is funnier.
So funny.
Can I be heard now?
Yes.
I think so.
Sort of.
Yeah.
Yes.
All right.
Let's hope it stays that way.
We had a calling cat slayer earlier this week, and somehow the topic of Keaton killing me came up. I don't know how.
As
I
it
don't remember.
usually does.
From who?
And the question to them came about, I can't remember. But there's like, well, how would Heaton kill you? I'm like, I don't know, probably shoot me.
Probably.
And like the entire call got quiet. I was like, she'd just shoot you? Well, yeah, she knows how to use guns. She's like, I kind of expected something more intricate. I'm like, I don't know.
I have some immaculate news for you about how physically strong and fast I am. The answer is not at all.
Yeah, you need a gun.
Spitballing here.
If I were to, that would be the go-to. Because I know if listen, I'd have to shoot you and it'd be from a decent distance because I know if I miss, I'm fucked.
You know, half of me thought the rest of that sentence was going to be, because when a horse has enough problems, it needs to be put down.
We'll turn you into glue. Yeah, that's how that'll go.
Well, Lio's old and he's got issues. Time to put him down, guys. We got an old yeller, the old man.
No, it's okay. It's okay, Leah. He's my lion.
I'm gonna fucking kill myself.
Maybe entering this call to try to help to help give you like background noise while I try to work on this funny D&D lore. Maybe that was a bad idea.
It
I
was.
think it was a great idea.
I mean-
I love being around you always, though.
I mean, Lego Gripes put out a new video. So there's that.
Is it about Dragon Ball?
No, it's not about Dragon Ball.
Well, then I don't care.
Alright, I gotta go to work. Talk to you guys later.
Bye.
Sorry.
Later.
That was weird and stupid. I'm sorry.
No, it's okay. You're a Dragon Ball fan. I understand.
That's fair.
Bro, imagine being a
Well-
Dragon Ball fan in this economy. It could not be me.
I just think it's insane, like, because I'm a Dragon Ball Super fan. There's, like, 2.
And we
Okay,
don't
when you
like
say
everyone I
Dragon
know-
Ball Super fan, do you
No,
mean a
because-
hardcore fan of Dragon Ball or a fan of Dragon Ball Super?
I'm a fan of Dragon Ball Super. Because every single person I've seen who's a big content creator who watches the Sparking Zero trailers they all say the same thing. Oh man, I wish there was GT stuff in here. GT was so cool when I watched it. It was so overhated. This new Dragon Ball Super stuff is stupid though.
Good
You can just
dog.
name me. I'm right here.
No, it's not just you. That's the best part. Is that you are all in the cognitive dissonance chamber. Because I
What did you just call
legitimately
me?
refuse. I honest to God refuse to believe that there are human beings who say, no, Dragon Ball Super is lame and it's stupid and I don't like it. GT is where it's at. What? Do you think it's just because I watched it when I was a kid? No, it's because it's better. People
I didn't
don't
watch
exist
GT when I
like
was a
that.
kid. Oh. I'm right here. I exist.
Yeah, but
I
you
didn't
think-
watch GT as a kid. I watched GT as an adult.
Then Lio is the outlier and should not be. Lio is GT Georg and is an outlier who should not have been counted.
What?
Are you not familiar with Georg?
Why would I be?
You're not familiar. Nobody in our friend circle has taught you about spiders, Georg?
About what?
Okay, so it's an old Tumblr joke. Somebody posted the idea that the average person swallows like 10 spiders a year, which is not true. And so they were like, they said the average person doesn't consume any spiders, but there's Spiders Georg who consumes it's like the whatever the national average would be. So but there's Spiders Georg who consumes 10,000 spiders a year, who is an outlier and should not have been counted.
Oh, that's awesome.
So that's where the so now if you're in, like, for example, I am ArtFight Georg. The average person puts out 1 to 2 ArtFight attacks a day, but I am ArtFight Georg. I put out 15 a day, so I am an outlier and should not be counted.
I think it's insane to have the cognitive dissonance of this old Dragon Ball stuff that sucks is great, but this new Dragon Ball stuff that sucks is bad.
I found Spiders Georg. I put him in the side chat.
Good.
Let me see Spiders Georg. Eat less spiders, Spiders Georg. Yeah, that's it! That's it! That's Spiders Georg! That's him! We found him!
That was a sad comic.
We fucking got his ass. Oh, this is not... No. Why do you put the .mp4 at the end? I just want the names to be the same.
No.
This is a PNG.
Not anymore. Now it's an MP4.
No!
Unfortunate.
I need my footage! Alright, submitting attack.
You know, I fully expect if I ever die in like some horrific vehicle attack, and you guys have to talk about it, we're just gonna hear you're just gonna hear from like the side of the chat just randomly, unfortunate.
Yeah.
Dang it, man.
That really sucks ass.
Man, you gotta call me out like that?
Yes.
The one benefit to finding a really simple character to draw is that it goes by fast and... Yeah, that's it.
Done.
Facility, facility.
I mean, I tried doing ArtFight once, didn't go so well.
You started actually fighting the artist, didn't you?
Is
Well,
not
it's not-
protocol.
They did not specify. They just said ArtFight. They said state your tools, and well, you can in fact do harm to people using artist tools.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
That's the most reserved take you've ever had on anything.
I love with my whole heart how every time somebody's like, so how's ArtFight going? And I'm like, great! I did 13 the first day, or I did 12 the first day, I did 8 yesterday, and I've prepped about 5 now, and I'll probably do some more after stream. And they look at me and they're like, are you okay? And I'm like, yeah, this is my normal output. And they're like, what?
What is ArtFight? Can you explain to me the rules behind it?
Yeah, sure.
Well,
So it's pretty simple, actually. What you do is you pick one of 2 teams, or you can choose to just be automatically sorted into a team. And you post like most people do, like 5 or 6 characters. And basically you find people who are on the opposite team, or your own team, but you get way less points. So you find people who are on the opposite team, and you draw their characters for points. And then the people on the opposite team can do what is called a revenge, which is where they draw your characters after you've drawn theirs. And it's basically a big art trade. And then whoever has the most points at the end wins.
You're just maxing out for points, aren't you?
Absolutely.
What do they win?
Bragging rights.
The win.
Satisfaction of a job well done.
It's mostly bragging rights. I like doing it every year, just like most people do it for like, oh, people will draw my characters, which I think is a perfectly good reason to do it. But I do it every year because I like drawing, and I like having the opportunity to like to try and draw a bunch of new things that I wouldn't normally draw. And I get to find a bunch of cool characters that are fun to draw. I get a lot of practice in. And I make a lot of people's days in the process. So it's just kind of a win-win for me.
You know, you have like the most reserved type A personality I've ever seen.
It's a hell of a sentence. I didn't think you could be a reserved type A person.
Well, like, the way you do it isn't, like, as loud, aggressive, or bombastic. It's just like, I do this, I have to have the points. And I
Yeah.
will get them. Bragging rights that you will primarily keep to yourself.
Yeah.
That's what I'm getting at.
Yeah.
What's a type A personality?
But I'm trying so hard to not think of something that I can turn into a joke specifically because you're the one that asked it, Danica.
No, just to make the joke. It's good content.
Just say she doesn't stick things.
The type A personality is the type of person who puts the collar on you and tells you what to do.
Which is funny because most people keep telling me that I'm a bottom, but I'm not. Which is.
Huh?
Oh
Sure,
yeah,
like that.
Justin. Heaton. Since Justin put it in the chat, we don't have to throw Troy away, but we found out that he liked watching Asmongold and Nerdtronic.
Oh, so we can say. Listen, we don't have to throw him away. We just have to have him very thoroughly washed.
We'll put him in the device and wash him very thoroughly.
We're doing the device again.
I like that she totally missed the point of the joke I made. It's pretty pog. I sent Lio's wife. I said, I need to know your opinion on Smoker as a character and how you feel about being married to him in real life. She responds, Smoker seems cool, but I'd kill him if I were married to him. And I'm like, damn, it seems like I thought you really loved your husband.
I don't even know the correlation here, and now I have to worry about my wife shooting me tonight. I love that.
Oh man, maybe you know the correlation if you watch One Piece.
But you have to for the people who know, tell me I'm wrong.
No, that's it. There's a lot of parallels. If you want a grasp of his character immediately, he's walking and a little girl runs into him with his ice cream cone on his leg, and his first words out of his mouth, and this man looks like a scary Marine. The first words out of his mouth are, "I'm sorry my pants ate your ice cream," and then gives her enough money for a triple scoop.
You guys aren't allowed to know me this well. That's not okay. I'm gonna go hide now.
I knew it!
Lamau, got his ass.
See, I was gonna bring up that exact moment to justify why we're comparing Smoker to Lio, but you did it for me, so.
It's like this we were having a conversation, and when we first started talking, and I asked Lio who his favorite Kenshin character was, and he went Saito, and there was a pause, and I went, I don't even know why I fucking asked you that question. Of course it is. I swear to God, if we get to Logtown and Smoker's introduction is not, "I'm sorry, my pants ate your ice cream," I'll turn this fucking show around.
I'll turn the show off.
There is okay. He does have 2 scenes before that, and it's the Marine coming into his room and being like, "Smoker, there are pirates here," and then Smoker's like, "Fucking who even gives a shit, man? I'll just kill him." And then he sees Luffy, and Luffy's like, "Where's the execution platform?" And Smoker's like, "Fucking that way." And then his pants eat the ice cream.
Smoker's the best. I love him. Stop licking batteries! Is that the 80s cut? Fucking, you said it once, and now I can't unsee it. Fucking Daedalus said that Hiko looks like the design for an 80s Gundam pirate.
Well, I know his cloak is based on Spawn.
Well, yeah, because fucking... Did you know that Watsky really likes Western comics?
Just a little bit.
There's only a character based on Venom, and 2 based on Gambit.
And one that looks like freaking Omega Red.
Yo, man, isn't it crazy, Heaton? We can play X-Men Children of the Atom.
We sure can.
We can play X-Men Children of the Atom, and then you can pick Gambit and be like, wow, he's so cool. And then I can look at all the frames of animation and jerk off. God, that game is so well animated. Oh my god. It makes me like so upset at the fact that 3D models exist.
We were talking about a potential trip, and Justin made the joke that if it was able to be the clock tower and then Avi and then Dio, with how a room could have been potentially split up, he made the joke that was like, yeah, and then Avi will stay with us, and then he can masturbate. We can.
He can sit on the
masturbate
top
again.
bunk in JO again.
Hell yeah.
I want to sit on the
I hope like this time it's like it's like, all right, I'm so glad that like everyone's asleep and I'll be fine. And then I retreat under the covers, and then Justin rises next to my bed with a fucking pen and paper like, what makes you tick?
Man, I want to be able
What is your
I
what the fuck is your problem?
I want to sit on the top bunk and jerk off. This is unfair. This is bullshit.
Gambit, my favorite bisexual.
That
worry
story
me.
is so. That story is so fucking funny, and it's even funnier when you think about how it's the only thing that Odd Ones Out knows
about
anything
you.
about me.
Yeah, it's the only thing. Like, PJ's went to me or went to fucking Ponder's chat and was like, "Hey, so who's that stupid fuck who did the bunk bed shit?" And I'm like, "Me?" Question mark. And she was like, "Cool, I need you to talk to one of my friends about that." And I'm like, "Why?" And then I got into a voice chat with the Odd Ones Out, and he was like, "Hi, my name's James," and I'm like, "What is happening?"
And you were like, does this and you just looked over at PJ and were like, does this have to be my introduction?
She was like, "How about you don't? It's either this or you don't get one."
I'll take my ins.
Well, talk about a Faustian bargain.
If
I
you
can. I mean, I can
buy
talk about the story. Cause like one of the last, I think it was like the last New Year's Eve that I was back home in California, and I hung out with Avi, for that. But it was also like, even though I didn't particularly live too far away from Avi at the time, only about 45 minutes.
Like 1 a.m. in New Year's. Fuck
it
that
was
noise.
New Year's. It was late. I didn't want to drive and be unsafe.
Yeah.
And so I was like, "Hey, would it be all right?" And I just leave in the morning. And he was like, "Cool." Did not tell his mom. Did not tell either parent.
Yeah, I snuck in through the window.
Yeah, you snuck into your garage, and then opened it from that way, and then we just went upstairs, and then I just fucking I climbed into the top bunk, and then it was shaking and squeaking underneath me.
I would also like to preface this with the fact that I had just gotten back from 5 months in Israel where I had roommates. I couldn't do that once
Okay, Google. Set a timer for 2 minutes.
Whatever
for
you
like 3 months.
I asked about it later, and he's like, "Oh, I thought you were asleep."
Oh, fuck. God damn it. Son of a bitch.
Oh, hell yeah!
Oh, damn it, I dropped it on the floor. This is California, because that's where because I watched too much Columbo. I thought you were gonna be like, because that's where Columbo lives.
Yeah!
That's where they,
let's go!
That's where they fucking keep him.
We get that. We get the E-Hada in. Let's go.
You remember that one? Remember that one thing that that one character design that we brainstormed specifically to mess with Danica? I seem to have misplaced my notes. Do you have them?
If it was in DMs with us, then you can probably like search the word midriff in our DMs.
Hi guys. How's it going? How you doing?
What's up?
I'm sorry. I was 36 minutes late to this call today. I accidentally overslept.
Oh. Get fucking
do?
got. Listen, the greatest compliment that I have received so far about my voice acting was that I had somebody come in here and genuinely think that this was a redeem for me to stop putting on a voice and that this was my actual accent.
Nice.
Do you think you can do a Gambit voice? No, I can't. It's the Louisiana like Cajun accent is really complicated. I wanna learn how to do it, but I don't know how to do it right now. No.
Because that's the accent Sinclair's supposed to have.
Nope, I don't think it's in our DMs. Unfortunately.
Fuck!
Damn.
I thought he was French. Well, he's French Creole. Okay, Google, stop. He's from Louisiana.
Good lord, if I ever figure out how to do accents, it's over for all of you.
It's true.
I'm sure
People can stop thinking that you're English.
Why would anyone think that?
You'd be surprised.
Because of the voice he does.
Because of the way he talks.
He's not even British!
Nope. I was colonized by them, but that's beside the point.
Yeah, we all were! Came free with your fucking Xbox! That's not the point.
I think it's because of the way you talk.
Yeah, someone in chat, Mod the artist, Aaron isn't British?
No.
He's not. He doesn't even sound British.
He doesn't have an accent, but the way you have a unique affect.
See, I believe the guy is fucking French Canadian before I believe he's fucking British. At least then I could go, oh yeah, no, he sounds not British, but the way he carries himself sounds like his first language is French. Yeah, that makes more sense.
You have an affect and you're good at math. What do you mean you're not British? What?
And at
I
least
can't believe he's not British.
and at least if I was in Aaron's position, I could compare it to the British. I wouldn't take that shit.
I wouldn't take that shit. Me?
Oh,
I wouldn't take that shit.
Well, you get used to it. When your mom basically calls you British, yeah.
Your mom calls you British?
Yep.
Why?
That's how it goes.
What did you
If it
do
help-
to her?
If it helps you any, Aaron, my mom doesn't think you're British.
What does your mom think I am?
A charming young man.
Not entirely inaccurate. Because I don't remember the clip I showed her of you. I remember the clip I showed her of Dio, which was the pussy of my heart.
Wow.
I remember the first clip I ever showed of my mom of Justin, which was the she must be dangled for her crimes with the cat. My mom says that to her cats now, so that's it's Justin's fault.
You will be dangled for your crimes. Sent to air jail. BBM assigned to British by mom.
Yeah, it's
My
because
favorite Heaton voice acting is her digging into my brain with yeah. You keep talking about this about my my bit from Frostbite. Listen,
yeah,
I've said before, I'm so glad that lives rent free in your head always. I'm so glad.
Oh, it was a very good scene.
I'll never forget, you're just cut off mid monologue. You scream, Gigi has dropped a live cockroach into
your my hand. That's my favorite part. Is like you couldn't see it. But she walks up to me and I can tell she's got something in her mouth, and I thought it was one of the little yellow Nerf balls that she likes to carry around. So I was like, all right. So as I'm talking, I hold out, because I'm not paying the most attention to her, obviously. So I lean down, I hold my hand out, and I feel her drop something in my hand, and I look down, because I'm like, that's not a Nerf ball. And I look down, and she's put a fucking cockroach in my hand! And I fucking fucking screamed! And I was like, what the fuck is the matter with you? Where did you get it? And we've never found another one since. Like, where the...
It was a warning. It was an omen of things to come.
Fucking apparently.
See, I
Please
find
don't
this
talk
so
about
funny.
grilled chog. I don't want to think about the grilled chog.
The grilled chog is so hilarious because, like, oh yeah, this.
The what?
The grilled chog. Watch Frostbite.
Watch my content.
That's fair.
It was. It sets the mood, and then that mood is immediately destroyed.
Yeah, I worked real hard to destroy that mood.
It's great storytelling.
Thank you. I worked really hard.
I have.
On today's episode of things Heaton really wants to get back to, but can't because of time and resource.
Yeah, I got big shoes to fill. No pressure or anything.
I just really want to go back to... I want to make, like... I've had an idea for a while of what I'd like to do to bring House of the Entities back, but it's one of those things that, like... It's one of those things that wouldn't require a lot to maintain, necessarily, but it'd be a lot of work to set up.
Yeah.
Boy, do I feel that.
But I think I can do it. I don't know. The big question is how public I want to make the process, because if I want the process to be private, it'll take longer. Because I can just stream it if I don't care, but I kind of care.
Oh, I forgot. I never got back to the funny ARG. I was supposed to get back to that.
Yeah.
Yeah. Hopefully the stuff is still up.
Might be.
We'll have to take a look at that. I've been so busy. Good lord. So much to do, so much to see.
What's wrong with taking the back streets?
Eh.
Jerry needs your thoughts and prayers. That actor from the House of the Dragon she was going to see it this weekend canceled. Damn.
Oh, I know you hate to see it.
Damn.
Tell her, as somebody who had it happen to them twice, rip in peace. I got all the way to the Minneapolis Comic-Con, and we were there, and didn't find the artist that I went there for on the booth ticket, and they were like, oh, he canceled yesterday, we haven't updated the website.
Wild.
And I was like, oh, thanks, I guess. Fucking dickhead.
Crazy.
Boop, boop. Boop.
See, at least in my experience, when people showing up at events I'm going to cancel and don't show up to the event, they let us know ahead of time.
Traditionally, that's the go-to, yeah.
Oh yeah.
Like when the Japanese say the VA of Pegasus canceled his appearance at MomoCon this year. He let us know prior.
What did you get? What did you spend 100 British funny money on?
What did you spend that money on? What the shit?
Mario going around would be great for House of the Entities. I would love for... I've met a good number of fellow VTubers who are like, I really want to start playing Vampire the Masquerade or Call of Cthulhu. And I'm like, I'd love to run it more. But it
We
requires...
gotta get you back in therapy so your DM drop doesn't kill you.
So, I don't know if I've talked about this on stream. I might have, but I'll talk about it again, because... the transparency time, I guess, because I was hoping it'd go away, and spoilers, it didn't, it got worse! You may have noticed that we have not run Tarragon in a while. I always hesitate to say that a campaign is dead, but it might have to be. I was having... it ended up having to be stopped because I was having DM drop so bad that I would end most sessions and then have a panic attack immediately after. Like, I would sit and I would cry after most sessions. And, like, that's not... I want to preempt with, like, that's not anybody's fault. Like, nobody caused that. Nobody said anything. It's literally just actually all in my head. Everybody was nothing but nice. They were so tremendously kind and understanding, and I felt so bad, because, fucking Lilu, Beepers, Marin, Crafty, they were just wonderful players, and I love having them, and I'd love to have them back when I sort my shit out. But, like, legitimately, I was having such a violent adverse reaction to, like, doing it that it became just untenable, and it started to hit a point where I was legitimately having, like, panic attacks in the days leading up. And I just emotionally could not handle that kind of stress. And there's a lot to that, and that I'm not gonna go into, because that's personal stuff, but, like, I was just having some very serious emotional instability, and I was like, this is not worth turning myself inside out over.
Completely understandable.
And I feel bad, because everybody's having a good time, and I feel bad whenever I have to, whenever I make a commitment and stop, especially when it's content.
And sometimes life happens, you know.
It's true.
You have to safeguard your mental health, like, because when you're a DM, like, it truly doesn't matter that everyone else is having a good time, because if that DM drop, regardless of the facts that everyone was having a good time and everyone was, like, really enjoying themselves, if that's, like, you know, if that's killing it for you, then you can't run it properly.
It's supposed to be fun for everybody.
Yeah, and it just wasn't. I was just having such a hard time with it.
You were getting too in your own head about it.
In fairness, it happens a lot, with, like, more, like, more personal creative work. Where whenever I publish something like that, I get really in my own head about it.
Yeah. Yeah, I totally get that.
Like, let me finish this and I'll show you something.
Ooh, show and tell?
Yeah. It's a little sad, but...
If this is going to make you sad, don't do it. If it's gonna make you depressed for the rest of the day, don't do it.
I'm already gonna be depressed for the rest of the day.
Well, don't make it worse.
No, it'll be fine. I'll just be sad.
No.
No.
I refuse.
No.
I want to. Well, I'm never gonna show them. I'll never show off the assets I worked hard on if I don't, and that'll make me sad.
Well, we could. Okay. Keaton, you're a content creator. You can make an event about this.
I could, I guess.
Then do that.
I don't know.
You get the satisfaction. You get the content.
Yeah. All right. Everyone's saying no. All right, I'll stop. I just it's getting harder to, like, it's getting harder to, I'm trying to think the right way to phrase it. I don't want to be honest is the wrong way to phrase it. It's getting harder to, Zenny! Thank you for the resub. It's getting harder to, like, convince myself that it's worth it, I guess.
Let's see.
Like, I want to, but like, I've just hit a point, like, where making my personal stuff is getting harder and harder because I just... I don't know. There's no way to talk about this and not feel like I'm a fucking crybaby.
Do you want me to tell you you're not while you do it?
I just won't believe you.
I'll still do it. 90% of my friends are like this, where it's like, insert insecurity. Me tells them that insecurity is wrong. Them, I don't believe you. Me doesn't change what I'm saying.
A lot of
that usually helps.
I don't know. I don't know. That's it. That's the whole thought. I don't know. Sometimes we must die. It's true. I don't know. I feel like I'm a big selfish whiny baby about it. And it's stupid and I shouldn't be complaining about it.
You're not. It isn't. And I thought there'd be a third thing. No, it's just you're not, and it isn't. You are. You were fine.
Oh.
And your mom.
Got him.
Yes, and your mom.
Oh, speaking of mom, I didn't answer your question. It's not that I did anything to my mom to warrant that title. It's just as who was it? Monty Otter said it's the vibe.
You're so right. You do possess a very distinctly English vibe, unfortunately for you.
It amuses me.
That doesn't make it better. In fact, that's literally what I'm fucking talking about.
Listen, it does not help that I will occasionally use the British spelling of words. It's only specific words too, like behavior. I always spell it the British way. I don't know why behavior specifically. TF2 spy, but it's Aaron accidentally British vibes.
So true.
If you have that list of therapists, we'll get you back into therapy.
Yeah. Well, off to visit your mother.
Check. Headshot.
Oh. Brooke, you know how you have 2 hours in Team Fortress 2?
Yeah.
I have played one game of Fortnite, and I will never play anymore.
Gross. Uses
Dude, here's the best part, though. I shot a gun 0 times, and I got 9th.
That's immaculate.
It's fucking... I just ran the whole time, and then drove my car into people, and they were like, "This is unbelievable!"
You can, in fact, do that. Cars are cracked in the new Fortnite, in the current Fortnite season, so you can do that.
Save. We move on.
Oh, I love that. I love that.
I like the pose. The pose is really good. I like the face on this one.
Oh no, I love the funny insect vibes going on here. It's great.
I've been like just noodling around in my poses folder and been like, this one looks cool. This works with this composition.
Man, the second I learned how to do proper composition, it's it. That's it.
It's over.
So truly, I'm constantly at the precipice of, if I learn to do this one thing, it's over for all of you.
Oh,
When I learn how to
you know what I
draw.
can show you that won't make me sad? Hang on.
What's that?
I had to redo some stuff recently for a video because the version that I had was bad. But I can show you this because it just finished. Coming soon to YouTube near you.
What?
Ah.
What is this?
I made an original species.
Oh.
And I finished the design guide for the common hyonk.
That's just actually what it's called, huh?
Yep.
Well, the species are called hyonks. They're all hyonks, but he's the common hyonk. This is the most common basic one.
Okay.
I don't know how to tell you this. Hyonk is 100% the name of a Mario RPG enemy. Not like one that you would see in all the Mario games, but one that you would only find in like the Flumbo jungle in Chapter 5 of Paper Mario and the Thousand-Year Asshole. I love him.
The Flumbo jungle. I'm
I love
sorry.
him so much.
Everyone loves the hyonks.
I do like the
They're
hyonk.
literally the best.
I love how everyone loves the hyonk.
They're so awesome.
How could you hate them?
Like, that's the vibe I want more than anything. Is just like, it's like I want my weirdo Blorbos to feel like they're a fucking like mid-stage Mario RPG enemy.
Man.
So I have
You and I have opposite design philosophies.
there's 4 other subspecies that you'll be able to make.
Okay.
But those design guides aren't done yet.
Also, Aaron of the family Tempest.
Okay.
What do you mean by that? The whole we have different design document statement. What do you mean by that?
Oh, Avi was like, oh, I want my little guys to be like mid-stage like enemy designs you've seen in a quirky RPG. No, I design exclusively endgame bosses.
It's so fucking
Well, that's what I
true.
mean. Is like, I can. Well, I mean, I can't design shit. I'm not an artist. But like, I like the prospect of making a final boss and making all these like end game enemies. When I want a weirdo fuck ass guy who's just a funny little hyonker, I want that to be a weird Mario RPG enemy. Like one of the dickheads you'd see in in 7 Stars, where it's like, oh wow, is he in any other games? No, he's just in this game. I wish he was in some of the other games. Like the fucking fat Koopas.
I love the fat of the troopers.
Like that is the energy I want more than anything. It's just like,
I love
oh,
Dodo
what a
so
guy.
much.
I spend every day of my life trying to create, like, my default character design goals are, I want to make designs that look like the coolest shit you would have seen once while browsing at GameStop when you saw a PS2 game cover, and then you never thought about it for 10 years until some YouTuber made a shitty video on the game.
That's such a specific design document, and you know what? Saying it, you're so fucking right.
You know what? I feel that.
The rule of
I
would say the rule of cool is my religion. It makes perfect sense for me to be like this.
You get me. You get me.
I'm glad.
Rule of cool, rule of cute.
Aaron, are you saying cool is the rule?
Yes.
Yes.
Cool is the rule, dude.
Cool is the rule, dude.
Yes.
Oh my god. By the way, hey Aaron,
are we doing a
I
bit?
hope you're
Probably.
It's a reference, don't worry about it. Anyway.
Okay.
Aaron, I hope you're ready for his next 2 partners to be the same guy but downgraded. I hope you're ready for the same guy but with no character arc.
Dang.
And actually, TriStar has a bit of a character arc. It's just for like half of 1 episode.
I've known the song for 3 seconds, and if anything happened to them, I would kill everyone in the room and then myself. Well, that's the best part, is that they're a species. So that way, when I finish all of the design documents, you guys will be able to make your own.
Yeah.
I can make a hyonk.
Yeah, you'll be able to make your own hyonks.
Yeah.
And what I plan on doing is I plan on putting the video out. And I'm going to put up a Google submission form. Yeah, you're gonna be editing that.
Cool.
I'm going to be putting up a Google submission form. And what I want to do is, I'm gonna do a stream like a month after I upload that video and be like, if you want to submit your own hyonk for me to talk about them on stream, we'll do a stream talking about the hyonks.
God. Did you ever see that I sent it to you on TikTok, but it was I went to visit my friend and it's Xavier.
Mm-hmm.
I fucking if I ever do a demo reel, I want it to be a 2/3 of the way in, where it's just a friendship is a sacred floater, a chemotherapeutic bond twixt two n's, like cookies and beans, frank and cream, friends. I've never sucked from the meat cup of even having one chum, but my cronylessness is about to die of lonelinessness, for today is the day I make my first real friend.
This is your reminder that Xavier Renegade Angel is the best show Adult Swim has ever put out.
It was really ahead of its time.
I cannot stress to you with my whole heart and soul as I gently put a hand on your shoulder and give you the worst news humanly possible. Cronylessness sounds exactly like something that I would have heard in Homestuck.
And?
My cronylessness
to die of loneliness. I have not watched Xavier Renegade Angel, and I have not read Homestuck. I have not read Homestuck. But the little things I know about both of those things, they're the same thing.
I was gonna say, I'm gonna be
similar.
I'm gonna be so real with you. I was not joking when I said what I said earlier. I do consider Xavier Renegade Angel the best thing Adult Swim has ever put out show-wise. Because Xavier himself is a phenomenal protagonist to follow. And
I don't know if I'd use the word phenomenal, but
I mean, I would say I would. It's phenomenal. That one word used by that one wrestler whose entire legacy to me is nearly getting beat over the head by steel stairs. You know the one.
I'll take your word for it.
Yes, thank you.
You forget which people in this friend group have the wrestling
autism. No, I'm aware. I used reference C in setting
group,
B.
with friend group B.
Yeah, I'm very aware of what I did. That's not the point. I'm trying to think of what else I was gonna say because Aaron, I was gonna make a joke earlier because Aaron. Fuck, I forgot the joke. Shit.
I was gonna say, one of the few things that I've talked about this before is who I am on stream is basically who I am in real life. I'm autistic. I think the edifice is tiring. I don't care.
You don't do the voice.
I don't do the voice. I don't do a voice. I don't put on a character. I don't talk a different way. This is just kind of how I am. The only difference between me on stream and me in real life is that I have a much, I guess for lack of a better word, a much meaner sense of humor.
Well, okay, let's also be fair.
But I don't but I'm not gonna be shitty. I'm not gonna be shitty in public for stuff that's happened in private, especially when I have a fairly large platform. Because, it's just kind of immature.
Let's also be a million with you for a minute. You do the voice, but it's only when the cat or Dio is in call.
It's
I will let chat know as someone who has hung out with Heaton IRL. I'll let you know. Yeah, it's about the same.
I'm one of the people. I had a friend in college who told me. He said one of his favorite things about me was that I didn't there was no, like, personality change between friend groups. And I'm like, no, I think that shit's boring, and I think that shit's boring and difficult and irritating, and I don't bother. Yeah, the only difference is that I'm, and I'm not gonna pretend like I'm a better person than I am. I have a little bit of a meaner sense of humor, but I do that in private where it's not gonna fucking hurt anybody.
See, I joke, but really, the only difference between the different groups I talk to is the jokes I make and who will get them. Like, as shown off earlier, when I made a pro wrestling reference, and none of you got it because I forgot I was not in the environment where people get those jokes. Like outside of that, I'm virtually the same everywhere I go.
Yeah, I don't have time for code switching.
Yeah, neither do I.
If I code switch with you, that's how you know I don't like you.
I have to, dude. Oh my god, you're so right because I only code switch around fucking middle-aged Jews.
Yeah, like the only people that I code switch around are people I don't know that well, aka like retail people, and the like, or around people I don't like.
I guess, like, to be fair, my personality type gives me the grace to not need to. Because, like, you've seen the way I type and the way I deliver messages. I constantly talk like it's a professional business emails.
Yeah, he talks the way he types, like he's writing a corporate business email.
God.
But yeah, I don't know.
Goku.
I am in the kind of way where, like, I have the type of autism that I think it's just kind of exhausting.
Yeah, man, I'm kind of the same way because, like, it's why I can hang out with the homies for ages and ages and ages, and then the second I get back into my house and I have to mask in front of my parents, I want to fucking blow my brains out.
You wanna jujitsu?
Want to jujitsu fucking kill myself?
Yeah, exactly that.
It took me a long time to realize that the only people I mask in front of are my parents.
Nice.
And I was like, damn. I'll unpack that one in therapy.
Yeah, no, when my parents are like, Avi, but you don't seem autistic. You don't have any of the autistic traits. When they're comparing me to the border kid who we had recently who did not know how to mask.
You know how to make them immediately recognize it without you having to undo your mask?
How?
You pull out a Thomas the Tank Engine and you start rolling it on whatever surface is closest to you while going choo-choo.
The problem is that they don't think that's it. Like, my parents will take the most obvious autism traits and then be like, well, that's just how kids are. And then I'm like, but I'm in my 20s.
I'm sorry. Lyle threw me off with that shit. I completely lost my train of thought.
Cause my shit is, I'm in that fucking shitty midpoint where I got parentified a lot as a kid, and then now that I'm an adult, my parents are infantilizing me again. So my parents keep constantly being like, oh, well, you can't possibly do XYZ, and I'm like, I do it every day. And then my mom, like, for example, when I moved out, surprise, I got a lot better at taking care of myself. I made my own food more, I slept a regular amount, I did my laundry, I took more regular showers, etc., etc. And my mom was like, oh, why couldn't you do that at home? And it took every fiber of my being to not look her dead in the eyes and go, because I was depressed.
Yeah, literally, like, the last, like, couple days, I've been pretty alright. I've been just kind of, like, up and active around the house. And then yesterday, I did not come out of my room until 8 o'clock at night. And my mom was like, why? And I said, it's a low-energy day today sometimes. That's just what happens. And then I got a text from her today that says, good morning. Hope you have a good high-energy day. Like, you can't just tell me to have a high-energy day.
I mean, I appreciate the thought. I appreciate the thought, but
I knowing my mom, that the thought is you're gonna be if I tell you to go have a high energy day, you're gonna want to go out and like go to the gym and jog and find a group of friends in the fucking club or whatever. Like my mom legitimately tells me to go broaden my interests and says to go to meetup groups.
I'm sorry. Who goes to the club on the same day they go to the gym?
You'd be surprised.
I don't know, like
I mean, if I went to clubs, when I mean clubs, I don't mean like fucking like party clubs because my mom knows I'm not like that. I more mean like a club where like on a college campus.
So okay, well, see, my default when you said just clubs, for some reason my default was that.
Why isn't your default the Club Penguin? This is why society is regressing.
Because I didn't play Club Penguin, Aaron.
Because you're too obsessed with Wiener and Vaguna.
well, you see,
You were less obsessed with cock.
I'm so old when somebody says club and penguin, my first thought is I thought it was seals.
Do you ever... Okay, hang on. I want to back up for a minute. Talk about fucking clubbing seals. So here's the thing, right?
Oh, God.
I think about fucking every so often, my brain decides to remind me that there are monsters in the world who club seals. And I think about that because I can't think of, like, a more heinous, fucking twisted individual that would look at a baby seal, one of the cutest things on the face of the planet, these soft little plushy creatures, and is like, yeah, I'm gonna hit that with a stick. Like, what the fuck is the matter with you?
I've got one for you, actually, Heaton. It's not the answer to your question. It's something to distract from your question. You want to know what you can do if you come down to down to the San Diego SoCal? You know where you can go?
I can go see the lions.
You can go see the seals at the Seal Beach.
The Seal Beach.
Drink the brick water. Drink out of your fucking container, chicken.
Yeah, that's right, Brooke. You can go down to Bird Rock and see all the fucking seals. Like, there's actually 30 seals on the beach at any given time.
I specifically, so badly, there's a TikTok I saw where a, like, robot voice is talking about, this couple who were, beset by a manatee, and they're like, she couldn't pet it because it's illegal, and so, and I wanna stitch that as my VTuber, and be like, and what army? You and what army?
Who's gonna tell them? The manatee? I don't fucking think so.
Who's gonna rat on me? The manatee? You?
By the way,
you would betray this one moment of true fucking exalted joy for both me and him?
I think it's because, like,
if the next word's out of your mouth, no, the reason is because, oh, we don't want them to get too used to humans. Dog, they're so used to humans that they're walking up to them and, like, wrapping their fins around them and giving them hugs.
I thought it was like a fucking, the oils on our hands don't react well with their skin or some shit.
No, it's because they don't want them to get too used to humans. But dog, they're already so used to humans that they're coming up to me and cuddling me anyway. Whose fault is that? I'm going to pet him! You can't stop me! You and what army?
If I go the rest of my life without ever, like, meeting an elephant, I'm gonna claw my way out of hell until I do.
You've never gotten to pet an elephant?
Never, man. I've never known happiness.
Do they, like, not have the fucking circus where you guys are from?
I don't know, buddy.
Sorry,
I mean, sort of, but, like, we don't go.
I'm stuck on the assumption you're going to hell.
Listen, buddy, I'm not going. Listen. Like every state's got a circus.
Because, like, the
Danica, I'm going to hell by association.
No, like, Avi, when I assume I'm going to hell, it's because there's work down there.
Fucking, there's a lovely circus that does, like, charity fundraising back home. And they come by every so often, and one of the attractions they have is that you can pet their animals.
This is a bad time to mention I've also never pet an elephant.
Neither have I.
They feel like skin.
I have pet a dolphin before.
Their skin feels
As have
like
I.
skin.
Yeah, they don't. They don't. I was about to say they don't really feel like anything.
Yep, Brooke. I think us as San Diegans are not allowed to leave city lines until we pet a dolphin.
We're not allowed to leave California permanently until we've pet a dolphin. They check on when you move out.
It's true.
Fucking,
It's
I
on
got
your
to.
state passport.
I had a different charity group came through once, and I got to play with a baby tiger.
Wait.
Cool.
Wait.
He was so cute. They're so soft.
Brooke, you're from
I would die.
I'm from California, yes.
That explains so much!
I'm gonna wager that explains nothing and the bit.
What does that say about me, Danica?
Okay, by so much, I just mean the. Okay, how do I describe this?
The vibe.
So many things I can't even list them.
No. I know what I want to say. I just don't know how to describe it. There's always been a way you carried your voice that I could never pen, and now it makes sense.
How do I carry my voice?
You do have like the slightest tinge of an accent.
I always like
the wisp of an accent.
Like the California girl in you sometimes bleeds out of your voice, you know? Like that's what I'm trying to get at. Like
yeah, I don't pronounce my N's.
Exactly.
You are unforgettable. You do wear Daisy Dukes, but no bikinis on top.
Shut the fuck up. Shut the actual.
I wear pieces, so I technically wear bikinis.
Oh, huh.
It's true.
Didn't know that. No, I was just going to like. I do agree. Brooke is unforgettable.
Hey,
okay, Google, set a timer for 2 minutes.
There's a reason why I remember I forget when I think I did this when you guys were around, but I joked. But I once made a joking comment that was based in reality, where I was all like, "Well, of course, Justin has immaculate taste in women. Have you met his wife?"
It's so true. You're so right.
Yeah, because I think Brooke is lovely.
Thank you. Because the Californian accent, we typically don't pronounce our T's if they're near the ends of words, and we kind of drop them a little bit. Unless it's Spanish for the most part.
Oh.
Because we have a lot of Spanish named cities. So like, I'll say mountain. Where'd the T go? Where's the T?
Yeah, I was about to say. Yeah, no, I just noticed. Yeah, no, that's the kind of thing I'm talking about. That's what you being from California explains to me. Stuff like that.
Like, I'll say Santa Ana wins, but it's Santa Ana wins. But no, Santa Ana wins.
Santa Ana.
I need to, like, I guess keep track of how I do my T's and shit, because I don't pay attention to that, but I will to see if I also do accent shit. For me, sometimes my Canada comes out when I say OU words. The problem is that despite the fact that my dad says he's Canadian, lived in Vancouver for most of his life, before going to Hanochlanar, and my grandparents living in Canada, I don't have any Canada in my veins.
There's no syrup that's running through your aorta on a regular basis.
God got it, Heaton, you took it.
What?
I was gonna make the maple syrup joke and you beat me to it.
You want to hear the funniest part about that? There is a bottle of maple syrup in my drawers for no reason.
Simply try harder.
Well, there's the Canada in you.
Yeah, I fucking siphoned it out in my sleep.
The thing is, I don't have a natural accent.
No, you do. Because everyone has an accent.
Everyone has an accent. It came free with your Xbox.
It came free with your fucking speech development.
I mean, I don't notice one. Like, I just talk.
Well,
you know?
because that's what you're used to. Like, I didn't think I had much of an accent either until someone pointed out the Californian accent with dropping the T's pretty frequently. Better than we drop the T's, better than the British do, where if there's two T's, they just fucking disappear, like they cancel out like PEMDAS. But yeah,
I know what
I'm
that
sure
meant.
with certain vowel sounds and other things that like you have an accent of some kind because you have an American accent. It's probably just flavored to where you're native to.
I'm certain that someone who isn't from there will point it out at some point, and then I'll have to grasp with that at some point in my life.
I know I got something. I don't know what accent I have or what it is, but I sure want one.
Oh. Huh.
It typically comes out mostly in vowels, in vowel sounds, or like you hear Heaton's accent the most when she says words like bar.
Mm-hmm.
Bar. Like
Aaron, do you want to know what type of accent you have?
What type of accent do I have?
You have a West African accent.
Dang.
Is he right?
Well,
I
fact
have
that he's got the region right.
Yeah, I was about to say, where is it on the map? Hold on.
I have a coworker who came from West Africa, and the only difference between how he talks and how Aaron talks is obviously pitch and speed. But that man will tell you his life story in 5 seconds.
Damn, bro, speed running that shit. Okay.
He loves to mess with white people on his route, where they're like, "Oh my goodness, I love your accent. Where are you from? From Pride Rock. I'm from Pride Rock." I believe him.
We love a good troll on the job, you know. We love that.
We do a little trolling.
Yeah, exactly.
So Miss Meaton.
Yes.
I'd like to tell you about 2 things that are going to be premiering at Anime Expo tomorrow.
Mm-hmm.
3 things actually. Or I guess that are going to be premiering tomorrow, and some will be at Anime Expo and some might not. So we already discussed the Takaba movie and how what? How?
Bananas,
Why?
actually. Yeah, literally actually insane.
Bananas. We're also getting the fucking Dual Rulers trailer tomorrow.
The what?
Which is gonna be great. Can't wait to watch that I can't wait for you to wake up tied to a chair and for me to be in front of you like, hey, how's it going? You're here. We're gonna watch it. It's gonna be awesome. And also, there is a JoJo's Bizarre Adventure presentation on July 4th.
I wonder what that could be.
Wait, hold on.
It could be anything with 3D horses.
Wait. Hold on. When you say dual rulers, you mean?
Yes, I mean Guilty Gear Strive the anime.
Thank you.
I'm so ready. I'm so ready for Rohan Goes to Washington, D.C.
Dog, I'm gonna be so real.
If it's the story of Rohan in the Gucci bag, I'm gonna lose my fucking mind.
No! If that happens, my mom is gonna be vindicated because she keeps making the joke about a Gucci handbag being a Stan user.
That's already a thing. That's already a thing.
I have to call my mom!
Your mom watched JoJo? Because she's probably making the joke because she knows.
I can't tell you at this juncture if the Gucci bag is the stand or the stand user. But what I can tell you is that the Gucci bag can be the stand user because Autumn Leaves' stand user is a fucking boulevard.
What?
What?
Welcome to us talking about JoJo's Bizarre Adventure.
That's right. Johnny Joestar died in the street, so the street developed a stand.
What a sentence. I only got to, like, I didn't get that far into JoJo, I don't think. I got into, like, something about, there was, like, a bunch of different people, and they were named after tarot cards, and they just beaten, like, the Empress, I think.
Yo,
I love
Egypt.
You
got to Egypt.
I hate that you said straight. That you said straight. And my brain, it took everything in my brain to go. So was it a straight or was it the Rockefeller Groove straight?
You know, I think I actually do have childbearing hips. Huh?
What?
No, sometimes I look in them because okay, here's the thing. I switched rooms with Shayna last year, and I did not have a mirror in my room, and Shayna did. So every time I look at the mirror, I have to like make sure I don't have childbearing hips.
Why?
It's funny.
It's funny that you have to make sure?
I mean, it's funny that I have to check.
I mean, I suppose.
Because, like, listen, you've seen me. You know you can grab my waist with 2 hands.
I mean, I guess,
like,
yeah.
all the way around. Yeah. Like, it's one thing when your boyfriend says, Avi, you've got a really slutty waist. It's another thing when some rando fuck in Zionist land is like, Avi, you've got a really slutty waist.
What? Oh my god! Sorry.
Yeah.
I got an attack.
You're on the
Sorry,
fucking Cox gun, you're on the fucking list.
It's okay, I've got an attack. They send you a fucking an art piece of a bomb.
Yeah.
Draws your OC
So-
holding a gun.
I spent like a good hour last night, which is probably the reason I was up till 4 a.m. Because I was trying to find which might explain why I overslept this morning, actually. I was trying to find an old TikTok audio that I wanted to use that was no longer like trending, so I had to find it. And it's really hard to find that shit because you have to type in what you've heard in the audio and then spend the next 5 hours adjusting your Google search till you get the right fucking shit.
That's why you bookmark that shit, baby.
Yeah, no. Because I was trying to find that one audio where it's like the high-pitched voice singing, and then the guy goes, "What the fuck did you just say?" Like you know the one?
I think so.
Yeah. I had to find that audio because I need it for later. Because I want to use it for a joke, like animatic. Because I don't make enough TikToks involving my actual art, which I should probably fix because 90% of my TikToks are just overly edited mini AMVs of characters I like. But I released the 4th Chai one this month. But
yeah, the Japanese.
Yeah, that one.
What
Yeah.
the fuck did you just?
Because I want to use that audio and make an animatic of it, but it's Juliet Starling singing, and then Frank West is the one going, "The fuck did you just say?" Because I'm in a weird autistic headspace where I keep teaming those two up because I like the dynamic of the boomer and the zoomer.
Juliet's dad.
Because
yes.
Yeah.
I was just wondering, am I actually on your list, first and foremost?
Yes.
Are you... That's terrifying. Do you know who yet?
Yeah, I picked one.
Good night.
Apparently,
Who?
we're just gonna continue a revenge chain.
Oh,
which
yeah.
Can I guess?
Yeah, you can guess.
Okay, will you tell me if I'm right?
Yeah, I'll tell you if you're right.
Okay. How many guesses do I get?
I'll give you 3.
3? I have so many characters!
Oh, same, homie.
Do I get a hint, or is it just yes?
I picked one of the
Don't say it's a fucking woman.
No, you have so many women.
I'm like...
I picked a silly one.
Is it Bede?
No.
I have 3 silly ones. Is it Rar?
Yes.
I should have done. I was literally looking at Rar as I said Bede. Because I was staring at Rar. Because I was thinking about you streaming the other day, and you were like, I googled rainbow, and I was like, okay. And I was staring at Rar, and I was gonna guess Rar, and then you said it's silly, and my head snapped to Bede, and I was like, yeah. I was like, creature.
I thought about it.
They're silly. They're silly good. And they're the
Too bad.
silliest. Too bad.
Too bad Avi
sorry,
left. I was gonna regale on something that happened during the toy show that I forgot. Another instance of my wife bullying me.
Oh God, what now?
Bullied.
Well, we were at the hotel room Friday night, and because I am me, Cartoon Network, and
course.
Dragon Ball Z Kai was on. And it was one of the episodes where Piccolo is giving Gohan the business.
Mm-hmm.
And Gohan's trying to get out of the water, and Piccolo essentially picks him up and throws him back in, saying, "So sad, too bad, survive." And my wife just turns at me and just points. It says, "You."
True.
But you don't have to call me out in the middle of watching the cartoon. I know what I am.
Isn't she right?
Okay, I'm glad you've come to peace with the fact you're Namekian. That aside,
Well, I'm not Namekian. I'm not black.
It's true.
is that
This is real.
a universal? Have we decided that?
Yep.
Yes.
Yes.
There's
The
so much.
black community in Dragon Ball has claimed Piccolo, so all Namekians are black. There is nothing to be done about this.
As far
and you
as
know
I
what?
know, they've also claimed Nail, so like I think it's just that Namekians are black.
No. Here's the thing. That's dope. I'm not against it. I was not aware that was a thing that we had all universally agreed to in the community.
It's just a bit of like, no, I haven't. I'm not against it. I just didn't get the note. That's all.
Oh,
Yeah,
I
no.
think you got a character question. Hey,
Oh.
Kazuo, do you like your horse?
Yeah, for the most part. I don't do a lot of horseback riding before or after, but animals are cool.
Oh my god. Sorry, Kazuo. I didn't mean to interrupt.
He has a very,
I was just
like, he's very passive about, animals in particular, as opposed to his active dislike of most people.
Me. I just found an old sketch, because I was like, that you brought up RAR, I was like, I swear I had a, not like a new reference, but just like a redraw, because I love their design. The design's so funny.
I agree.
I just like them. They're silly coded. They're literal dino. But I wanted to just redraw them because I have that drawing of them on their ref is fucking old.
Mm-hmm.
And I think I've just found this. I'm trying to find the sketch. When was this
I have
reference
to ask for a vibe check about Kazuo.
Mm-hmm.
I need to know if my read is correct.
Hit me.
I feel like Kazuo wouldn't like Jane at first, but then she like maybe he messes with her or something just to fuck with her, and then she like gets him back like tenfold and then earns his respect that way, even though she wasn't trying to.
Yeah. No, yeah, that's it.
Oh, that.
He's like, oh, no, she's a little shitter. I like that. All right, cool. And then he never fucks with her again, and she's like, what happened?
No. I earned your respect when I wasn't looking? Like, what the fuck?
Yeah. Oh no, you were looking. You were looking super hard. That's why it happened. If I interact with people and they make me keep my head on a swivel, that means that I have some respect for them. It takes kind of a lot to outsmart him, to be honest.
Mm-hmm.
My
She
favorite
could get him when he least expects it.
She probably unironically could.
My favorite trope in the world is when there's like a character that's like super analytical and super like, you know, able to predict anything because like they're so smart and intellectual, they have such a strong understanding of like, you know, how the world works, blah blah blah, and what people could be thinking, versus motherfucker who hasn't had a thought since 1982. Because you don't know what the fuck they're gonna do, because they don't know either.
They haven't had a thought. They have not had a thought since 1919.
Why are you
1985.
describing the relationship between me and Avi?
It's so true. No, you're just right. That's it. That's your relationship.
That's just Twilight. That's just Twilight and like Yor or Anya. Take your pick.
I have not seen Spy vs. Family.
You
That's
should.
it.
It's good. That's the dynamic.
I will
Yeah.
at some point read more than just volume 1.
My sister loves that anime.
It's really good.
I liked volume 1 of the manga, so I'm willing to bet.
Which
It only
anime?
gets better from there. We're currently with a doomed by the narrative ship with some side characters, and we're getting some backstory on the war that happened, and it's been good shit.
Ah, nice.
Well, she
nice.
watches it. She watches it because she likes Lloyd.
Relatable
Oh.
content.
To be fair, I get that. I finished the entirety of Buddy Daddies because I liked Ray. I get that. I
Did you
understand.
know that Tatsuya Endo really likes writing political thrillers, and he's really good at it?
I did not know that, actually. That's a really cool piece of information. Thank you for telling me.
I was reading his funny, sci-fi twist on Kaguya the Moon Princess that got published, after Spy Family hit big, and oh, he's just like that!
Hey, Kojima, I think I found your next creative writing buddy.
He's just really good at it. It's just like, oh, you really like writing about, like, complicated political intrigue and social espionage. Good, because those are two things I like, too.
Again, Kojima, I think I found your new writing buddy.
How am I going to...
Could you imagine if those two wrote something together?
Be cool.
Tetsuya Endo has a lot of things to say.
He does, and they're usually pretty profound and good.
And
And-
nuanced.
Indo be like, hey, I have a lot of things to say. Kojima across the table, and I will let you say them.
It's very interesting in Spy Family in particular, where there's very few actual bad guys. I would say there's very few like actual villains in the series. It's because the main factions we follow are all trying to keep peace in their own way, and they're inevitably gonna butt heads with one another.
Okay.
So like, even if there are flaws with their systems, so like, what Yor is tied to is trying to keep the peace. What Twilight's connected to is trying to keep the peace and preventing another war, and so is the government secret service.
Yeah, Wise, the Garden, and the Secret Service are, like, all tremendously good-hearted people who genuinely... And, like, a lot of the time, even the, like, villains of the week are usually people who were disenfranchised and hurt by war as a broader concept. Like, it's usually people who were slighted by the war and by the government as a whole and have been driven into a desperate corner.
None of this is good, Vector. That's why it's called war.
Shut up.
Truly, the only ones that are, I would say, even villainous are the ones that potentially want to start another war that are, like, outside of the main conflict and not just people hurt by the system.
Listen,
yeah.
Listen, Danica, I have two jokes when it comes to Sonic.
Well, that one, obviously.
Yeah, the other one is talking about how Sonic Chronicles of the Dark Brotherhood can fix the Sonic lore. I will not accept constructive criticism on that matter.
I've actually never heard anyone say that before.
Thank you.
That's new.
Yeah, because most people aren't me and are not correct. They are cowards.
No, listen, most Sonic fans are cowards. Listen, that's not the point. What do you mean by that?
Listen,
What did
you
you
know
mean
the
by
Twilight
that,
Cage, right?
How can Chronicles fix the lore of the general franchise? Like,
So I'm under the correct opinion that Sonic Chronicles is the canonical prequel to Sonic Forces.
oh, okay.
So, you've played the game, yeah?
Yeah, I had a DS and was a child.
Based. Like based. So like, yeah, the whole take over the world. It's basically what Sonic Forces is. Still, they could have just went with that. The Twilight Cage could explain the whole Zeddy problem as to where they came from. Just say that they came from the Twilight Cage. The Phantom Ruby, Foxy made it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know, you explain it, and now it all makes sense. Because when you just said the statement, Dark like Sonic Chronicles could fix the lore, I was like, what do you mean by that? And then you explain what you mean by that, and I'm like, oh,
Damn, he's cooking.
no, you're right. No, Aaron's right. Yeah.
Aaron never half-baked cooks. Never forget. It's never half-baked. It's always fully cooked.
Like again, as a Sonic fan who's kind of stockier at this point, I joke all the time that I'm here by obligation at this point. Because really, my enjoyment of the franchise comes from the characters. That's why my favorite part of the series is the IDW comics, because I get all of those character interactions.
So cool, man. I get you.
It's rad as hell. But nah, Aaron's kind of right. Like,
so I usually am.
You can okay. Let's not get cocky there, buddy. Okay.
No, he's just used.
Aaron is very rarely wrong.
I don't get a lot of opportunities to be such. Let me have this.
Hey, I'll let him cook.
Let him cook. Oh, before you cook, wait. Can I tell you guys something? Sorry.
Of course.
Okay.
I forgot to. I got a Switch.
Cool.
Okay.
What did you get?
A Switch?
No, what games did you get?
Oh, well, here's the thing. I used to have a Switch, and then, someone stole it.
Oh, so you just got a new one.
Mm-hmm. So I got my games. I've still got my games because I bought most of them online on my account anyway.
Yes, you didn't lose much.
I only lost one game, and that was the game that was in the Switch, which was I think I'd have to double check, but I think it might have been Pokemon Arceus, which sucks.
If you probably will have to buy the game again, but you'll probably still have your save data. Unfortunately, I think I lost all my Splatoon because I had to send in the Switch because it wouldn't charge anymore. And when I got it back, I checked the serial number, and it's just a different Switch. So I think I lost all of my because it doesn't cloud save the Splatoon 2 data for some fucking reason. So I think I lost all of that data, which fucking bites.
Wait a second.
Yeah, I have I've lost my Animal Crossing save data, so I gotta start from scratch.
I just back reading the chat. Tome reference in this economy?
Yeah, as in terrain of magical expertise, James. That tome.
Yes. Yeah.
I don't know what that means.
Don't worry about it. I grew up on this.
I know a guy. I know a guy who who got I know a guy who got a cameo in the Tome game, actually.
Yeah.
I know a guy. I feel like Skips. I feel like Skips when I say that. By the way, it's like, don't worry, I know a guy. Well, that kind of accidentally almost sounded like my Fizzarali voice, less than Skips. Yeah. Don't worry, I know a guy.
I forgot about the Kickstarter for the video game, to be completely honest.
Oh yeah, the video game's out. I have it on Steam actually.
I was gonna say I forgot until a friend DM'd me going, "Hey, look, I'm in Tome," and I'm like, "Oh yeah, that's a thing."
No,
Wild.
dude, Tome. It's like, dude, Tome was so good. If only it was made by a better person.
I've been wanting to go back and do a rewatch because I want to do a retrospective on it.
Oh, if you are going to do that, watch the updated one, the added new scenes.
Is it all in the playlist on YouTube?
I don't know. I've just been told that there was they did a re-release and they added new scenes in it.
Well, where's the re-release? Was it a Kickstarter only thing?
No, it's on the YouTube.
Okay.
Yeah, it's on. I believe it's on Yossi's YouTube.
I'll download all the videos so I don't give him a view because he's an asshole. But I want to know if my childhood self liked this because if it was good, or if it was just something that I liked because it was video game adjacent.
Sorry, I'm stuck on it when Aaron said, "I just wish it was made by a better person." I'm like, bro, if I had a nickel for every time I've had to say that,
dude, it sucks because growing up on sprite animation and and like Newground stuff. Like, I keep having to say that a lot.
Oh no, Aaron, I have to say that a lot because I'm a big fan of the alternative music scene.
Oh, you know what? That's completely fair. I get
So,
you.
yeah, yeah, no, Aaron, yeah.
I
I
understand.
me looking at my disorganized playlist like, wow, I'm pretty sure half of this playlist has been in jail before.
Yeah. Yeah.
And a quarter of what's left should have been, but wasn't.
Yeah.
Yeah!
Dude, it still amazes me. It still amazes me how Chris screwed up. He could have. All he had to do was not talk, and he could have been in Smash. But no, dummy.
Actually,
that and the abuse allegations.
I was like, part of me's kind of glad that it's Zach Aguilar voicing Byleth instead. Like, I think Zach just does a better job as male Byleth, just in general. I think his voice fits the character better.
I wouldn't know.
Like,
I've played exactly one Fire Emblem game, and it was
here's the thing.
Conquest.
I've never played Free Houses, but my sister has a massive crush on male Byleth, so I know a lot about him. Because she's neurodivergent and talks a lot.
I may need to get Pokemon Conquest for my Nintendo PC because I'm enamored with it, and you know why. You get it. You get my autism.
Actually, I want to play Conquest because it was recommended to me, and I'd like to play a good Pokemon game.
Listen,
because I need please recommend me good Pokemon games. I need something to wash the taste of Colosseum out of my fucking mouth. Please help me.
I don't know.
Play Pokemon White and then play Pokemon White 2. White 2 is one of the best Pokemon games of all time.
Thank you so much. I had to delete the tweet where I asked people to recommend me good Pokemon games because Colosseum fans didn't like me calling Colosseum bad and were very mean to me about it.
Wow. I think Colosseum's pretty cool, but I understand if its slowness is like kills it for you.
It's not just that it's slow; it's that it's literally just the case of the plot was unengaging, and so much of the mechanics are very restrictive. Like, there's no form of level grinding or anything, so it feels like I can't properly do all the RPG-y things I like to do in my RPGs. Like Colosseum felt like it was on rails, and it doesn't help that all the battles are stupid easy. Like, the fact that I could get through most of the battles with the same 2 Pokemon was a sign was a bad thing. That's not a good thing.
Mm-hmm.
Because I play RPGs for the strategy. I play RPGs for an engaging narrative, and Colosseum has like none of that for me.
Fair.
Mirror B is still one of the best Pokemon characters.
Oh no, Mirror B's great. Mirror B's great. I'm gonna put that one out there. Mirror B, awesome.
So cool.
I was about to say, if you didn't like Mirror B, we would have had to throw you away.
No. Don't get me wrong. Me disliking Colosseum is not indicative of how I feel about Mirror B. Mirror B was a delight the whole time he was in game.
Fair enough.
Is he the Colosseum? Man?
Yeah.
Okay.
It's just, unfortunately, I wish Mirror B could appear in a game I actually liked.
I wish he would just appear.
But
again,
that's it. That's the whole thought.
I'll say, to be fair, this is not the first time I liked a character from a game I didn't like. Rory from Y2K exists.
Oh well, I was more of a Velo guy myself.
Well, Velo was also cool, but I really liked Rory.
Yeah, you know what? That is fair. That is so fair. Listen,
I wish, and like Mirror B, I wish Rory was in a better game.
Dude, every character deserved to be in a better game, except Alex.
Dog, Vela could have been the protagonist of her own game. Let's
Vela
be so.
Is the protagonist of this game. Well,
see, you wouldn't know that because Alex Eggleston's too busy trying to be the protagonist.
No, he's not even trying to be the protagonist. He gets dragged into it. Like, literally, he literally doesn't start making choices until, like, Sammy disappears. And even then, it's not him who drives the plot. It's someone else. It's either...
He's yicking out.
I can't believe this. He's fucking yicking. He's yicking all over everything.
I love the part when Alex Yick says it's yicking time, and then he yicks all over the place.
That was literally what happened in Y2K.
My life is like a video game.
Like, unironically, you could describe the Force Loss encounter it's just Alex yicking all over the place. I hate that.
I'm going to send you off. Where will we send you? I sent you to Realm yesterday, so let's send you somewhere else.
Nice, nice, okay.
I'll send
Sounds
you
good.
over to Red Claw today.
Nice, I like that guy.
Nice.
But nah, yeah, don't worry, Brooke. I liked Mirror B.
Dude,
Good.
So.
why wasn't he in Pokemon Masters?
So true.
Because it wasn't made by the main Pokemon team, so we're probably never gonna see them again.
Cringe.
So, as per usual, as I've said, it's going to be ArtFight all the way down.
Nice, nice.
I'm working on the next video, which will be the next video will, like I said, on Friday will be the second Yap session, but the next video after that will be the Hyonks. I'm chipping away at that carefully. But for now, I'll talk to you later. Goodbye!
Goodbye!
Goodbye.
Bye.